place, I do it for my race. And hello, hello, hello. I always forget how fucking loud Gen 2 music is. It's like super loud for no reason. I always forget. Well, I guess just the older Pokemon games are just extremely, extremely loud. Here, I need to put the back panel on my 3DS back on. I usually take it off so I can swap batteries and stuff. Because, funny enough, my noodle actually chewed up my 3DS charger that I had, that I was using for the other 3DS. So now, instead of just buying another one, I pretty much just swap batteries and charge each battery whenever I play. And then I use the other battery in the other 3DS when I'm not playing on this one. And that way I can take that other one to work and play it there on my own time. Okay. Yes, hello, 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 hello. Thinking about it, do we want chat on screen as well here in this? We could put it on screen, but not really needed. Whatever. Make sure this is recording where it needs to be recording to, though. It is nice. Yeah, I felt like playing this today instead of playing Final Fantasy because we haven't played this in a while. So I was like, screw it. Let's see how many levels my Smeargle has gained. He has gained nothing. Okay, I had him in here while I grinded, but I didn't really grind for too long, to be real with you. I just tried to get him up, and then also Weak Sauce up, but I really didn't do much grinding, so... For now, though, we're gonna go fight the gym here. Which probably means... Well, actually, no. I want to go get the experience share. I found out where it was while playing Silver, so I actually want to go get that first. Also, I don't know where Piloswine is. I mean, not Piloswine. I don't know where, what's his name? Snubble is, or whatever. He's the last one we need for our team. But honestly, I'm looking at our team, and I'm just like, dude, trying to train these guys up to what I'm going to need them to be is going to be so annoying. So I may just hope that we get lucky. And we just beat Red with really cheesy strats. Because Red is the final thing I need to do in this game. And I know some people are like, oh, I don't really count Kanto and all that stuff as like really needing to beat the game or whatever, but I do, so. Red has to be beaten for this to be the end. But it's just like, holy shit, dude, trying to raise any of my Pokemon, it's quite difficult in this, I've noticed. Now that we have the experience share, or we'll get it, that's going to help out somewhat, getting some of them kind of caught up. We're just going to have to really grind the Elite Four, though. That's kind of really what we'll end up having to do. We're gonna have to do it anyways to evolve Pokemon, so we might as well. Like, we'll end up getting to a certain point where, like, whoever we send in there is pretty strong to kind of, like, beat whoever, while we're, like, leveling up another Pokemon to evolve it with experience share. Pretty much. That's what we'll end up doing. Oh, of course it's full. Also, I have a timer, so whenever that goes off, I will have to be right back. It's for my chicken I'm cooking right now. Let's just give these to someone. Bought these anyways for him, so. I don't know why I still have this on here, even though I don't even use the windshield, but I still have it on there for some reason. I just do. I should just take it off, though, because it is kind of in the way sometimes. Alright, we're gonna give it the weak sauce, because Grimbus actually would be pretty decent. Not Grimbus. CQ with the smiley face would have to be pretty decent for this coming gym. Because even though it's an ice gym, which you think Grimbus would be great, pretty much what that means, it's a ice-water gym. So this guy is pretty much a water-ice user for most of the Pokemon in there. And then weirdly, the gym leader actually uses a ground type, which, well, ice ground, which would actually fuck up Grimbus pretty bad, so. Alright. Also, I know when I was playing on Silver, I actually forgot that I never fought Jasmine, so I ended up beating this guy, and I was like, why am I not able to continue? Just to learn that I never fought Jasmine, so I had to go redo that. That's kind of when I realized, too, that these are all pretty much around the same level. And they do it in case if you were to come here first and then go back to Jasmine or whatever. But I don't know. To me, it's like I don't ever see any reason why you would ever really want to come to this area first over, like, going toward Jasmine and Chuck. Now I'm going to switch out. Forgot she has Jinx. Oh, I turned off battle animation. I have to turn those back on. We'll save real quick and I'll go turn them back on. Options on menu account, print darker, darkest. I always forget that you have like frames you can use. I never change anything. To be fair, these 3 and 1 pretty much look the fucking same. It's like such a like random feature that they always have that I genuinely forget is ever a thing. Rarely do I ever change my borders or whatever. Yeah, CQ should get some pretty good level ups here. And he should evolve, actually. But I think he evolves at level 27. So I got him close to evolving. We still need to get Sunkern all the way to level 46, though. Just so I can get Giga Drain. Of course I missed. I should have just went for Spark instead. Well, maybe I was good I didn't. Oh, I didn't know that Protect also works against Supersonic. I didn't know that. Okay, he's gonna spam Protect now. I'm still debating on what moveset I want to have for my... I didn't even need... Well, I got a crit, so that's why I killed him one shot. I was like, I didn't even need to, like, do all that setting up with, like, confusion. Will he evolve now? I can't remember. Yep, okay. We now have Lantern, which means... I also now need to go get rid of Chinchou on the list. And replace him with Lantern, because that means we don't have Chinchou yet. Because he is now gone. I have to see where he is on the list, though. My problem is I made these so fucking small, I can't ever see where they're at. Okay, I see him right here. We have Lantern now. I need to go get a picture of him. Lantern had such a great design. I just wish the Gen 2 Pokemon didn't suck so much ass. Like, they have great designs for a lot of Gen 2, but, like, a lot of them are just so unusable, man. It's why, like, I've been looking into, like, a lot of people's complaints, because, like, I was like, you know what, let me see why people really don't like Gen 2. And I'm starting to realize, I was like, yeah, they're not wrong. Like, yeah, the game does do that. Or, yes... grinding sucks. But I still look at it from like a perspective of like this was supposed to be the final game. And I do think that some people do not look at it still like that, and they look at it as like, oh, this is the second game in a franchise that's been running for 30 years. And I think that's not how you should be looking at it. Because you're always going to like have stuff that doesn't make any sense if you look at it like that. But yeah, I realized, like, in my in my silver playthrough, I'm using Gen 1 Pokemon, and I'm realizing how outclassed they are. Like, oh, the Gen 2 Pokemon are compared to them. Like, I'm using, like, a Geodude or Graveler now, and a Haunter. And it's crazy how much they usually pull their weight versus, like, any of the Gen 2 Pokemon I have on my team. Besides my starter. Usually the starter does pretty alright. But the reason why I didn't use any Gen 2 Pokemon, well, any Gen 1 Pokemon for my gold playthrough, is I'm trying to use all Gen 2 Pokemon. And I do think I do have some good ones, like Lantern's good, and I also think, like, my starter's good. And I think Hitmontop is finally kind of coming around where he's not doing too terrible. But I know for a fact if I just used Gen 1 Pokemon, it would be a lot easier. Granted, though, the trainers are so underleveled, it doesn't even matter. Like, they're just all pretty much under level to shit. Yeah, this gym pretty much ends up being just a water ice type. Like, most of these guys are gonna use water and ice. Because nobody uses Sneasel, which is the only ice dark type, and everyone else uses everything else. AI viewers, oh boy. Oh boy, thank you. I love me some AI viewers. Ever since I just started streaming to Twitch again, that's pretty much all I ever get. I don't know if it was worth streaming back to Twitch again. I just get nothing but fucking bots now. That's literally it. Some people say they prefer Twitch, though, in my community, but it's just like, all we get are bots, pretty much. It's just the same bullshit on Twitch. It's always the AI viewers, man. It's gonna be so annoying to get them up to where they need to be. We're gonna eventually have to do a grinding stream for sure. I mean, unless they just want to brute force it and hope that they'll be strong enough to like beat the Elite Four at the levels they'll be. Because they're gonna be like level 30, maybe 40s for some of them. Grimbus will be the highest one, pretty much. And it's just like, damn, it's gonna be annoying to have to grind. Because we don't have speed up, so we're pretty much having to grind at the regular speed, which is great. Oh, shit. My friend texted me something about a camera. I don't know what he was talking about. Surf. As long as he doesn't use rest, we'll be fine. Because if he uses rest, it's going to be annoying. Yep, there it is. Do I have an ether? I'm literally not gonna sit there and switch and try to like get him down again. Do I have an ether? I have a max ether. I don't really want to use that. All right, I guess we're gonna switch. Get Beyblade some level ups then. Or at least some experience. Should probably hit him with Mudslap just to lower his accuracy. With the hope that it would have, you know, made him miss. But he flinched, so it's okay. I think I have come around, though, on Beyblade. I really thought he was going to be complete trash, and he's at least pulling his weight. He's not amazing. Fighting types just kind of don't become good till later. But he's not terrible. That's what happens when your move list for your type is so barren. And for me to even have him learn a lot of those moves, I have to breed. So I have to literally breed it into him for him to even learn a lot of those moves. Alright. Hold on, wait, I went and healed, right? Oh yeah, I did. Of course. Alright, let's watch Lantern hopefully sweep this guy, because he has like 2 Pokemon. If I recall, it's like a Seal and then his Piloswine. Oh, he has 3. I think it's 2 Seals and a Piloswine. Because God forbid they give him a Seal, a Dugong, and a Piloswine, you know? Give him actually something useful. Yeah, I know in my silver copy, I've been using for Alligator, and I actually have him with Ice Punch, and it's kind of crazy how many times I've actually seen him freeze Pokemon. While in Gen 1, even though I had like Jinx or whatever, I only saw it, I think, like 3 times maybe, but I've been seeing him freeze a lot in silver. I don't know if Oh, he does have a Dugong. I'm stupid. I don't know if Frozen in this game is as bad as it was in Gen 1. Like, I don't know if they fixed it where you actually thaw out. I can't remember. Of course I flinched. Wow, twice? Pretty much took half my fucking health from flinching twice in a row. Insane. That is the most Gen 1 moment I've ever had in Gen 2 so far. That is a pure Gen 1 moment right there. And of course he still is hitting me pretty easily with no issue. I'm gonna heal. Oh wait, I don't have any healing items, do I? Nope. Alright, well, let's hope that I'll be able to one-shot his Piloswine. Bro is... Okay, I was like, bro's confused and fully paralyzed, and confusion has not worked once, but paralyzed has worked twice, so cool. Alright, please one-shot. That's gonna kill me if it hits all 5 times, which it more than likely will because the game hates me. Okay, it didn't hit all 5 times. Oh, that would have killed me if it hit all 5. I forgot my speed's lowered, so of course he outsped me. Alright, well he's gonna die, but I'll be able to still kill him. Just whatever. Go Beyblade. Piloswine really is not that great, but I still want one. But he is really not that good. Alright, well that is the 7 gym down. Now we have to go fight Team Rocket, which I'm going to pretty much try to level up whoever I can. So, see what we can get to a certain level. You know what? If I can, let me look at where Snubble's at, and we'll try to go get him. Where is Snubble? Gen 2. Wait, not Snubble. Swinub. Already have already have one of those in my silver playthrough. Mostly because he's a rare fucking spawn for some reason. Okay, he's coming up. We'll get him in a bit, apparently. He's gonna be on the ice path that's literally coming up, so. Call because something's happening with the radio broadcast. We're talking about Team Rocket. Do you know anything about it? Okay, let me put this back on. took it off again because it's being weird. It doesn't want to go back on properly. It's the screw itself. There we go. Okay, who do I want to like actually get level ups besides Weak Sauce? Weak Sauce would be really good against the next coming gym because her ace is a water dragon. But Weak Sauce is bad, so it really is just getting them up to where they need to be at. Alright, let's go back. I doubt Smeargle's leveled up at all, really. Maybe like 1 with how much we've walked so far. Luckily, this section is really, really, really easy for no reason, pretty much. It's just not a hard fight. Because most of all they use is like literally Rattatas and maybe Atkins and stuff. I think one guy here is a Muck. It's like super, super weak. You think they would be using better Pokemon. Like Raticate's kind of fine. But like you think they would be using like better shit, and they really just never do. Like for their last stand to like try to take over, or they kidnap a radio tower or whatever, like nothing really comes of it. And then they use like the most weakest Pokemon. And then you just think about it, and it's like, you know, you have the whole Elite Four, these trainers that are like amazing. Then you have like Lance. And Lance did help it with the last one. So it's like, where the fuck is he at? Like, why is he not here, you know, dealing with this? Why am I the one dealing with it? Where's the best trainer in the whole damn region? Why is he not out here helping? He's too busy using 3 Dragonites with 2 of them that are underleveled. With the theory that they evolved from the radio broadcast that was making Magikarps evolve. That's at least the theory to make sense of it. NPC Pokemon having Quick Attack usually pisses me off way more than it should, because all it means is I take a little more damage than I have to when I shouldn't. But I don't know, like, it's weird. Like, they can hit me with Hyper Fang or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. But that little Quick Attack, when I know I'm going to kill them anyways, it rubs me so wrong, and it makes me hate that NPC. I'm just like, dude, this NPC in particular can go die. Oh, what did she say? Oh, okay. Sorry, we're being literally taken over by a terrorist group, so we cannot do any tours today. I know that's an inconvenience for you, but sorry. So I'm thinking about it. Maybe this year, maybe not. Maybe this year or next year. But I want to go to Chicago and see that Pokemon Fossil Museum that they're going to be hosting soon. And I know it goes on to like 2027 or whatever, like past 2027, or like in the middle of that year or whatever. So I have plenty of time, but I think I do want to like make like a weekend trip where I take 3 days off and go up there and go see it. Like find the cheapest fucking hotel possible and the cheapest way to get over to it, and then just see it and then come back. I probably would only need to have Saturday and Sunday. Well, I could probably do it Sunday and Monday, my 2 days off. Like leave Sunday morning, get there, see it Monday, and then come back Tuesday morning or whatever. I probably could make it work. But I would like to see it. I know they also have like exclusive merch there you can also get to. Oh, that's a... Wow, I didn't think that was going to paralyze me. I got paralyzed and he got paralyzed. And it's only going to affect me, though, because the game hates me. Or not. I guess I'm fine. Boom, 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 boom. I am actually very excited to play Crystal, even though I've been seeing that it's like the worst version of this game. So I don't know. I want to see how much that holds up. But from what I've heard, there's a lot more Gen 2 Pokemon that are completely missing in Crystal. When you already have such little use that you can like make teams out of for Gen 2, apparently Crystal missing some heavy hitters like Ampharos, it does make it harder to make teams in that game. Granted, I didn't use an Ampharos in this one either, but it's like a lot of the ones that you would use are apparently not in Crystal, so it makes it 10 times harder to build like a good team if you're using only Gen 2 Pokemon. Zubat. See, that's what I'm talking about. At least give him a Golbat, dude. Give him something that isn't just 2 fucking Zubats. We're literally in the final, like, Team Rocket stand, and they're still using, like, it's our first time encountering them. Still using Mons, like, we haven't ever seen these guys before, and they have to introduce them. We love being evil, scared. I think it is one thing, though, to pretty much show that Team Rocket is so out of touch without Giovanni that they pretty much can't do anything right, and that they're still using shitty Pokemon and stuff. And, like, the idea is to show, like, look how hard they've fallen. That's what I kind of feel like Gen 2 is going for. Like, they're trying to rebuild, but, like, they can't. Obviously, they're that bad. But the issue is, they were still using the same shit like this in Gen 1, and somehow they're still doing great. So, like, that's my main thing, is, like, you can't really be like, look how bad they've fallen, like, look how, like, they're struggling. If they pretty much were doing the exact same shit with the exact same team in Gen 1, and they were doing great in Gen 1. I guess that's all due to Giovanni, but even then, Giovanni actually had such a terrible team to begin with. His team was awful, actually. So it's just, I don't know, it's weird that they want to have this idea that, like, look, they're trying, but they're bad, when they were just as miserable and bad in Gen 1. But in Gen 1, they were perceived as a threat. So it's just weird to me. And I like, too, in Gen 2, they make, like, some random-ass guy you don't even really know the name of be the main Team Rocket guy you're dealing with. And after you beat them here, they just disappear. They never show up again. You never hear anything about them. They're just gone. They just they never come back. So I find that pretty funny. Also, I thought about it. We do need to go get an Onyx. We need a Steel Coat for it to get Steelix. I forgot that Steelix is like a thing that evolves from Onyx. I keep thinking he's its own Pokemon. Not Steel Coat, we need a Metal Coat. Which, there are 2 ways to get Metal Coats. So you can have both Metal Coat evolutions. There's one you get handed to in Kanto. And then there's another one where you trade for a Magnemite that has one. But you can also go hunt for them. You can literally go find Magnemites and use Thief and get it from that. However, someone on YouTube Shorts said that you could do that and it would take like 20 minutes, you would find one. I did that for 4 hours. I never found a single Metal Coat. So, I don't know what 20 minutes ass guy said or whatever, but I did not have 20 minutes to find one. I literally spent 4 hours and never found a single Metal Coat. And it's like a 5% chance for them to be holding it. And somehow, I was finding Snubbull. I found Snubbull, I think, 4 to 5 times, and I finally caught him the 5th time. And he has a 1% chance spawn rate. I found him more than I did a 5% chance to get a Metal Coat. On Pokemon that, like, Magnemite pretty much spawns more often. So it was on a Pokemon that spawns more often than Snubbull. And I found Snubbull more than I did, you know, getting a Metal Coat. So it was terrible. But thankfully I caught Snubbull, and I'm just going to trade him over to my gold copy because, oh man, getting Snubbull is terrible. Because Snubbull, like I said, has a 1% spawn rate, and he's also part of the Pokemon that can flee, meaning that you can encounter him and he can just run away the first turn anything happens. So it is great. Him leaving is great. You know, I thought about it too. I was like, you know what you could do? Like, I was like, you could trade over like TMs from Gen 1 to this to give Pokemon better moves, but then I realized you can't, because Pokemon can't hold items in Gen 1. That's a Gen 2 thing. Like, holding items to me, that seems like a thing that's been in the series for like ever. But apparently it's not. Apparently that is literally not a forever thing. That is a Gen 2 introduced thing. And I always assume that they could always hold items. Same thing as, like, I always assume that, what was it? I always assume items were a thing. I always assume the running shoes were a thing. The running shoes didn't become a thing, I guess, until Gen 3. But I don't think the running shoes really are that important in Gen 1, because, again, you get the bike, and also the layouts, well, same for Gen 2 as well. You get the bike, and I think the layouts of the maps and stuff for Gen 1 and Gen 2 aren't that gigantic to where you feel like you need the running shoes. While Gen 3, I feel like you kind of need it more because the maps are a little more longer and stuff. And also, I feel like, even though it's still all tile-based, I feel like you don't move as fast as you do walking in Gen 3 as you do in Gen 1 and 2. But maybe that's just me not actually knowing the speed or whatever. But be right back. I need to go get the chicken out of the oven before it catches on fire or something. I will be right back. Okay, I am back. Bam, 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 bam. All right. Yeah, I'm actually catching up with my silver copy, because I think with silver, I've only just now beaten the... No, I didn't even beat the Rocket Members last night. I was playing it, but my 3DS was dying, so I ended up just stopping. I stopped at the guy that had the muck. So we're actually past, I think, silver now, because I ended up beating the guy with the muck already. But because I was trying to get to a certain point, so then I could trade over some more stuff to my gold copy. But not gonna, because I wanted to show off. I actually wanted to show off a really cool little text thing that can happen, which is if you have the dragon scale from another game and you trade it over to Gen 2. Well, like, if you trade over to another copy, so, like, if you have one in silver, you trade over to another game or whatever, the 8th gym leader actually will have some new, like, dialogue she'll talk about. Like, she'll pretty much call you out for cheating. And I wanted to show that off, but I probably won't be able to. I'm sure I can just find it online and be like, look, there it is. But I wanted to actually have footage of it myself. Or I can always just put a dragon scale into the game and see if it'll register it or not with PK Hess or whatever. Like, would it register this as, like, the same one or whatever? But it's little things like that, though, I really think it's so cool. Because, like, nobody would really think about, like, oh, let me just trade over a dragon scale so I don't have to do that whole quest or whatever. Like, it's one of the things you just really wouldn't think about doing, and then you wouldn't think the game would register that, hey, you did that. But then Gen 2 comes around and it's like, hey, yeah, you cheated, sorry. Did he say I feel like ordering Pokemon to commit crimes? I love Weezing's Gen 2 sprite. Honestly, I didn't hate Weezing's sprite in Gen 1, really, but I think his Gen 2 sprite is very much way better. Same for Coughing. Coughing has such a better sprite in Gen 2. I think Gen 1 Golbat, though, is still so much better. Like, I love the idea of him having a gross-ass tongue just out. And they just got rid of it because they were too scared. They were too scared to commit to it. But I love that idea so much. But they let Lickitung do it, and he's okay. But God forbid Golbat want to do it. And now Golbat's a freak. Lickitung can have his tongue out all he wants. Literally name himself after it. Guy's seen as weird, but he's like, whatever. Golbat does it one time in Gen 1, and bros want to just switch up on him like he's a gross motherfucker. Like, what's all that about? I'm gonna switch. Wow, that's awful timing that you just went into that pretty much. Awful timing. Magnemite. Okay, we're just gonna keep Grimace out. Confused and paralyzed. Watch, I'm gonna hit myself. I'm calling it. First thing. Wow, I'm actually surprised. I'm so traumatized from Gen 1's shitty luck that I had. That anytime I'm paralyzed or like confused, I just expect to literally beat the shit out of myself like for 7 times in a row or whatever. I'm just so traumatized by it. But it rarely happens in Gen 2. We did have that moment not too long ago where I got flinched twice in a row. But like most of the time that really never happens. I knew I was gonna hit myself though. It had to happen eventually. So it's always kind of crazy when you do get really, really, really bad luck. Like right now. This is bad. Okay, thank God. I was so expecting it to be like, you're paralyzed though. Confused no more, but still was fully paralyzed. I'm surprised the weak sauce has not leveled up yet. Again. What is he at? He's almost there. All this just so we can have Giga Drain, dude. And he's still gonna suck anyways. Like, all this work for him to have Giga Drain, and he's still gonna literally be trash. So it doesn't matter. Like, he's still gonna get one shot by anything that's slightly more powerful. But I want Giga Drain, so that's why we keep him. Sunny Day will definitely help at some point for Grimbus to shine. Hopefully, some point he'll shine. You know. Also, I love Porygon. That's right. We need to get a Porygon too, which means I'm gonna have to breed a Porygon. Well, actually, no. I don't think he can breed. He's just using conversion for some reason. It's a steel type. I think I have a second Porygon in my other Gen 1 game. We may have to end up doing it, or I can try to do the game corner in this game again to get one, because we do need them for Porygon 2. I completely forgot about Porygon 2. We technically need 3 Porygons, because we need one for Porygon Z in Gen 4 eventually. You know what? I think we'll probably end up using a Porygon 2 in Crystal. I thought about that. I was like, you know what? Why not try to use one in Crystal? So I think we'll end up using a Porygon 2 in Crystal. And seeing how long that takes to actually get it or whatever. Because I don't know where you even get the disc for it. But I mean, if I have it in one of these games already, I can just trade it over, so it's not a big deal. I don't have any healing. I forgot. But yeah, for my Crystal playthrough, we'll definitely use more Gen 1 and Gen 2 Pokemon. Knowing my luck, though, you can't get Porygon in Gen 2. Oh, in Crystal for some reason. I need to see again what Pokemon you can get in Crystal and which ones you can't. Because I know for a fact Ampharos is definitely one of the ones you can't. And then I think there's another really heavy one that people like to use, like a heavy hitter, and I can't remember which one that you can't get in Crystal. I just know Ampharos off the top of my head is for sure. But there's a few other ones, like I said, that everyone ends up usually using and you can't get. I also could have a reason to use Fortress, I guess. I would have to find Pineco in one of the trees, though. But there's, I guess, a reason for that if I want to use Fortress. Golbat. This guy had a decent team, I would say. It's weird. Like, again, some trainers just garbage-ass teams. There's nothing but Rattatas. And then some have pretty alright, like, teams. They're not great, because, again, they're limited to certain Pokemon. But it's still what I would expect for, like, a late-game fight. Please don't hit yourself. Oh my god, dude. No, don't worry. Don't worry. I don't want to actually win this fight. Yeah, I don't actually want to win. Don't worry. Don't worry. I like that I'm like, yeah, we don't really have a lot of Gen 1 shit luck, you know, like we did. And then here we are having Gen 1 shit luck. No fucking way. Alright, yep. That's what I get for literally being like, oh, well, yeah, we don't really have a lot of Gen 1 luck. Like, my luck's been pretty good. And then I hit myself 3 times. But granted, he got paralyzed, and then he didn't attack, so. Alright. We're gonna go back downstairs and heal. I don't think Lantern ever actually learns Thunder Shock or anything. Like, I think Spark, or at least maybe they learn Thunder Shock like way later, but I don't think they ever learned like Thunderbolt or anything like actually really, really good. Like from what I remember with Lantern's a great typing, but its move list that it actually gets is really bad unless you breed to get better moves. Which I would love to actually, like, breed my Pokemon again to actually make them where they're, not shit. Like, I would actually, like, protein buff them or whatever and stuff like that with, like, stat EV items or whatever. But then the idea of having to retrain every single one back to an actual good level by only pretty much either going through Kanto and hoping I can do it from pretty much having low-level Pokemon, or fighting nothing but the Elite Four or Wild Pokemon until they get to a certain level. Like, that to me is like, never mind, you know? Like, it ruins that idea completely. It goes from like, oh, I would actually love to do this to like, never mind, I don't think I would ever want to do that. We will breed, because I want to try to, like, you know, get the rest of the Pokemon we need to get, and also I want to get, maybe the chance to get a shiny. You want to know where we hit the real director? Sure, I'll tell you, but only if you can beat me. But besides that, like, having to grind a wild Pokemon in this game would be like whatever. Yeah, here's the random dude that's supposed to be the main threat now. Doesn't even have a real name. He's just Rocket Executive. Bro has no actual name. Not the Rocket Executive, thank God. You know, my favorite characters in the game. Hopefully he'll be in the next Pokemon Winning Waves Direct. He'll just be there. Like, no way, dude, they brought back Team Rocket Executive. No way. I fucking love that guy. I cannot wait till we get him to 46 so I can finally evolve him and then have a Sunflora be completely worthless anyways. Oh my god. Bro's gonna be level 46 and still suck ass. All for the fact that I just want a better, like a better Azor move. So instead of Mega Drain, have Giga Drain. All for that, pretty much. Just for him to pretty much still not one-shot anything and barely do any damage because he has, like, no stats. But it's worth it to me. The grind is worth it to me. Another good reason why I picked some pretty shitty mons besides Typhlosion and Lantern is because I also want to show off that you can beat Gen 2 with really bad Gen 2 mons. It just takes a little more effort. You have to care a little more. Because a lot of people are like, oh, they're all just unusable, so we pretty much always use this strict team for the most part. Like, almost everyone runs a Shiny Gyarados, almost everyone runs Typhlosion, almost everyone runs Lantern, which again, I'm running those two. Almost everyone runs Ampharos. Almost everyone usually runs Donphan if they have Silver. It's stuff like that. So I wanted to be like, what Pokemon can I choose that suck ass? I know that sucks ass, but could be somewhat useful. Like Smeargle, I want to run because the idea of him having pretty much any moveset that you want is so unique to me. And Sunflora, I like Sunflora's design a lot. That's kind of why I wanted to run Sunflora. I know in my my Silver copy, I wanted to just say Gen 2. My Silver copy, I don't have an electric type in that because I don't really have any like options I wanted to use. So that's the only thing that my team struggles with in that game is electric types. It struggles hard against them. Like I don't really have any good counters. Because I thought about trying to get electric type on my team. The only one I can think of is literally just a Lantern and Ampharos. Like I can't think of any other electric types in Gen 2 that like would be worth going for. It's just literally Lantern and Electros. Not Electros. Ampharos are the only two I can think of. Also, I just healed, dude. I literally just healed and I'm already like dying. Wow, I missed. Wow, Smog takes an eternity to do the damage. Why am I missing now? Did I get my accuracy lowered or what? I don't remember if I did, but I'm missing like more times now than before. And I'm poisoned. I do have an antidote, I think, so we'll be fine. But I don't have any healing items anyway, so... The underground warehouse. It's the far end of the underground, but I doubt you'll get that far. Yeah, that's right. There's a whole underground area to this. Yep, Lantern, you're gonna have to die. Oh, wait, no, you don't. I have the antidote, and I almost just let you die because I just couldn't read. Imagine literally you're poisoned, and the doctor lets you die because you just couldn't read. Like, they had the anti-venom the whole time, but bro just could not read, so you had to die. Oh, can you not go over to the late... well, I guess you could. You have to, like, come over here. Yeah, I was like, can you not get to that lady? But I guess you have to, like, go from the underground area to do it. Brown, 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 down, down. Alright, let's go heal, and then we'll go to the underground area and do what we gotta do there. I worked from Pokemon Center, blah, blah, blah. Damn it. And that was the first time I ever did that where I accidentally went too far and didn't walk out correctly. Alright, the underground area is over here. I don't think I actually have come here yet. Or have I? Maybe I have. I don't remember how rare these items are. And they can only buy one, though. Oh, here's silver. Hold it, I saw you, so I tailed you. I don't need you underfoot. Take care of Team Rocket. Wait a second, you beat me before, didn't you? That was just a fluke, but I repay my debts. My debts. Fucker wants to battle. Good thing I have the best counter for Golbat. Unless I flinch 7 times in a row. Oh yeah, he went Froggator. I was like, I forgot what starter he went with. Because in my silver copy, he went with Meganium. So then he'll have Froggator for sure. Yes, switch. I probably shouldn't play on... Well, I do it mostly because I want to switch train. But I probably shouldn't play where I can be able to just switch out like that, because I know a lot of people don't usually like to play it like that. But I have it so I can switch train easier. But I'm kind of just so used to playing Pokemon in that way that I never usually turn it off. Which does make fights like this pretty easy. Froggator looks so cool for his Gen 2 sprite. I don't know what happened to him in modern games. He looks just not threatening anymore in modern games. Like, back in Gen 2, that man looks like a goddamn threat. Like, he looks like he would genuinely fuck your shit up. And now he just looks very weird. And his Mega is trash. I think his Mega is so bad. I don't care if it's supposed to resemble Totodile when he attacks. It is such a bad Mega design. Meganium just got more flowers, which I don't know what else he would have done with it. Emperor, I actually do kind of like. He looks unique enough where it's like, okay. But for Alligator, genuinely the worst Mega I've ever seen. Oh, I don't really have a good way to hurt this guy. Yeah, I don't really have a good way to actually hurt Haunter. He actually would probably kill me now with another Shadow Ball if I didn't kill him, because my social defense fell, so he actually probably would have killed me. Or at least got really, really close. How the hell did you get a Sneasel? Sneasel's literally locked out till like you get to the end of the game or post game, and somehow he has one. Too bad Sneasel is literally a worthless Pokemon in Gen 2. He is a dark ice type who prioritizes physical attacking when all dark and ice type attacks are special, and his special is genuinely the worst he has. Like, that is his worst stat. So it's actually insane how bad Sneasel is in Gen 2. And then like his glow up in Gen 4 is like crazy. I don't understand. Is what that Lance guy said true? I don't treat Pokemon properly? Love. Trust. Are they really what I lack? Are they keeping me from winning? I just don't understand. But it's not going to end here. Not now. Not because of this. I won't give up my dream of becoming the world's best Pokemon trainer. And then you literally never see him again, I don't think, until after post-game. And then you find him, and then that's when he gets his little character arc resolved, where he's like, oh, I guess trusting and loving my Pokemon does matter. And then, like, he gets a Crobat. And that's it. And they never do anything else with him after that. Again, Silver is a great example of an asshole rival that is just an asshole with no redeeming things about him besides he's just an asshole. Who then gets a character arc that is just so shoehorned for him that you never also get any real follow-up on unless you go out of your way to find the ending for it. Who's the red chud on screen? Red chud on screen. You mean the Pokemon trainer guy? He is red, yeah. Alright, what are we looking for? Yeah, that's me. Well, what's Silver? That's technically his name. Ethan is a chud. And then technically this guy's name is Gold or Ethan, whichever one you go off of. I remember that they actually had an anime series where it followed the guy from Gen 2. And I remember watching it and kind of liking it, but I don't think they ever finished it. I think it pretty much didn't get popular, so they just stopped making episodes for it. But I do remember actually watching it. Like, he had a Typhlosion and everything. I think that's also where, like, the screenshot of Typhlosion making that really, really weird face comes from. Also, how are you doing, Norm? Bam, 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 bam. You're doing work. That's fun. I probably will still play Final Fantasy today because I'm thinking about it because I really want to show off a very specific thing in the game that you can only have happen if you have another game to trade with. So I'm kind of debating on at least getting to the 8th gym leader and then not showing it, then stopping there to play Final Fantasy. That way, when I play Silver tonight, if I get to the part that I need to get to, I can get the dragon scale or the dragon tusk or whatever it is, and then I can show off the little thing I want to show off. Because if you for the 8th gym badge, once you beat her, you're asked to bring her back like a dragon scale or something. If you trade over one from another game, she'll actually recognize it's not from the game you're in and then call you out for cheating. And I wanted to get footage of that, even though I could just show it online, like someone else's footage. I want to have my own footage of it just to show like how cool of an idea that is. So I am debating, and once I get to her, depending on what time it is, if I'll just switch over to Final Fantasy or not. Final Fantasy, a game about collecting the ultimate pants. I remember in 15, to get the Ultima weapon in that game, you actually have to upgrade your original weapon. And I learned that at the end of the game after I already sold off my original weapon, thinking I wouldn't need it for anything. So yeah, to get Ultima weapon in 15, you literally just upgrade your original weapon you get from the start of the game to max. And I didn't know that until after I sold it a while back, and I don't think you can rebuy it. So I was like, well, I said, there goes my weapon. So I had no way to get the ultimate weapon. Oh, was I supposed to be pressing those buttons? I didn't even know. Also, the Star Fox Zero video flopped bad. Like, I checked. YouTube is just not pushing it out. Weirdly enough, my click-through rate is actually the highest it's ever been for any video, and YouTube just will not push it. YouTube literally pushed it to barely 200 people and just pretty much gave up. And I've never seen it that bad before. Not even my Silent Hill video got pushed out that little. So it's insane. Oh yeah, dude, Beyblade, I kind of expected that. I remember in San Japan, they were hosting a Beyblade tournament, and this guy was telling me how popular it's getting, and that pretty much all these people are trying to like build certain builds. So like certain like Beyblades are rarer now, and like they're getting scalped. So I already knew it was gonna happen. So that's interesting to know that it is finally occurring. Because yeah, people take Beyblade super serious, and I did not know how serious they take it. Which by all means, I'm actually more impressed and like weirded out by it. Like I think it's so cool how much like interesting like builds there are for Beyblade and how actually creative you can get with it, instead of being like saying it's lame or whatever. It's very interesting. Apparently here it's been harder is what they said. They said it's harder to get certain ones. It just depends which ones you want. They said if the build is like meta, they said it's super hard to get. If it's not meta, then it's really easy to get. So if it's like a meta build, it's probably going to be harder to get. Spent 6 recently building a Beyblade Metal Fusion. I kind of wish Bakugan made a comeback, but I think they actually tried and they failed real hard. But I think it would be so cool to own Bakugan again, but at the same time, I don't have room to just have random shit like that. Wizard Rod is cancer. But yeah, they host Beyblade tournaments at San Japan. And one of the guys I actually like talked with last year, he actually was into Beyblades. But I don't think he liked me very much. Like, I met this one guy I haven't talked with since high school. And funny enough, it was actually the guy that would dress up as Kirito back in high school. I met him at San Japan, and we were hanging out. But I don't think he really liked me. Because, like, after that, he's never talked with me ever again, and I just never messaged him either. So I don't know if he liked me or not, but I was just like, all right, whatever, man. Like, I don't know, like, he invited me to hang out with him, but it felt like I inconvenienced him more than, like, actually, like, getting to hang out with him. So I was just like, all right. But yeah, he was apparently into Beyblade, and like he actually competed in the tournament. Beyblade X is so funny because it doesn't even have hype from the anime. The IRL fights have more action than the anime. I remember playing one Beyblade game growing up, and it was the GameCube one. And I just didn't understand how to like actually beat the game. But it was fun, and I had fun playing, so. Oh wait, maybe that's open and I just can't notice it from far away. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's what was going on. But last time I watched Beyblade though was a long time ago, and I know apparently they actually made a. Well, it's not recent, but they actually made another new game for the Switch, but it wasn't like recent. And it came with the Beyblade if you bought the game and everything. Yeah, usually how it goes. Most games around stuff like that is usually never that good. The GameCube one was fine. I actually didn't mind it, but a lot of them are usually bad. Strangely enough, the Zatch Bell games are actually really, really good. The card game was whatever, though. But they were actually really good, and they're actually apparently going up in price for some reason. People want to play them now. Like, I know Momoda Fusion or whatever, or Momoda... Not Momoda Battles, but the other one. That one on GameCube is, like, over $100, but on PS2 it's not that expensive. Momoda Battles, though, went from, like, being, like, $20 to, like, $40, though. Oh, it's Momoda Fury. Momoda Fury is the one that's up to, like, $100. But Momoda Battles, I think, is, like, now $40 to $50. Which is surprising to me. It's a good game, though. It pretty much plays like a different version of Clash of Ninja. Which is also a great Naruto game in of itself. But yeah, I never expect a lot of video games to be based off like series and stuff like that to be good. A lot of times they are not. They are usually really bad. I'll give you something to be scared about. I wish I could be as chill as Gloom is. Gloom is always so chill about whatever's going on in life. You just don't care. Of course it didn't hit. Please. Of course it didn't hit, and just how it is. My luck is just randomly being Gen 1 now. I mentioned my luck was good, and then Gen 2 is like, nope, we're bringing you back to Gen 1, in case you forgot. It got confused for one turn, dude. Are you kidding me? I missed twice in a row just for it to hit itself one time and then go, I'm not confused anymore. Again? What? They really just don't want Gloom to be confused, huh? Well, again, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you can't translate the full depths and stuff, I don't expect the game to be as good then. And also, usually they're cash grabs, so usually they're not made to ever be good. They're usually just made to be cash grabs. But yeah, there's a lot that goes into Beyblade builds that you can't really do for a normal game. Unless you want to put more effort into it than like most companies would want to actually use. Most companies aren't going to actually want to put that much effort into a Beyblade game because the profit wouldn't be really there. Especially when most fans only want to play the real stuff and not actually play the games, so... Like it's one of the few situations where the fans would rather play the shit in real life than actually play like video games of it, which you don't really see that a lot of. Yeah, it would have to be a crazy physics simulator. Yeah, I did know that too. Like certain ways you launch Beyblades and like how you hold it too can affect how much it spins, or if the spin ends up being like messed up or whatever. Like I have seen that. I watched like one Beyblade video and I learned so much from that one video, and it was about that one build that was almost impossible to beat until they finally found a workaround for it. Not going any further. Again, I give props to Beyblade fans. Like, I think it genuinely is insane how much goes into those, so I give them like full props for that. Apparently also Mighty Beans are coming back. Not like they're not reselling them, but like people are buying them. And I'm just surprised that like people like actually want to collect the Mighty Beans again. I actually did collect those growing up, and looking back on it now, that was such a waste of money to buy those, but I thought they were cool. Too much about mid fakes of older series. But yeah, Mighty Beans are like becoming a thing again. They're literally just like a bean that has a magnet inside, and they're supposed to stand up if you place them on metal. And so when you move them over, they're supposed to like pretty much keep rolling because of the magnet rolling around inside. And the appeal was that they were based off popular characters from like TV shows and stuff. Like there was like Star Wars ones or something. That was the appeal of it. But like looking back on it, it was such a waste of money to buy those, and I actually had a good amount of them. Like, it wasn't my money that got wasted, it was my mom's money because I was, like, young as shit. I think I was, like, 10 or whatever. But it's, like, looking back on it now, it's like, damn, like, that was such a waste of money, especially now since I lost them all pretty much anyways. That's kind of interesting they let them be displayed in tournaments. You would think they wouldn't, but you know, good guy Beyblade tournaments letting fakes be displayed while Nintendo literally shuts down charity tournaments because they use a modded version of a game. Nintendo can't have people using mods in their tournaments. It just isn't allowed. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, like I said, I wouldn't know anything about any of that shit. That's all new to me. Also, it's not Friday, so we won't be able to get Lapras in the little place that you can get them at. Also, apparently there's a lady that shows up in Olivine on Mondays, and she gives you like an item or whatever. I only found that out because I was playing off stream on Monday, and she was just there on the beach, and she was like, "I show up here on Mondays. Like, here's your item," and then she gives you an item. I don't even remember what she gave me. I don't even think it was that good, though. But apparently she shows up every Monday, and she's always there. So maybe we'll see her tomorrow if I play. But I am happy the Star Fox Zero video got released. I was talking to my friend Stumblin about the remake for Star Fox, and we kind of both agreed That we don't really think it's that good compared to 64, like the original. But I'm hopeful. Like, I do think gameplay-wise it feels fine. I don't think it feels as good as 64 does. Like, really thinking about it, because I do like the R-Wing is heavier. I think that is a good change. But I think everything else about it, like, it just kind of doesn't feel as impactful as 64 did. However, I am hoping the game does well. I want a new Star Fox, so I'm hoping it does well. But at the same time, I hope that we don't do another realistic take again. Oh, Sleep Talk. Flip Shadow Ball, Iron Tail, Icy Wind. Can any of these guys learn Dynamic Punch? I actually don't think Hitmontop can learn it, funny enough. Only Grimace can, okay. Iron Tail? Grimace could just learn fucking everything, it seems, except anything good. Take Scar Key. I am not looking forward to getting the Legendary Beast. However, when we have to do that, I'm just going to end up trading over my Haunter from my other game that I'm using to get them already and just go from there. Because having to, like, rebuild a Haunter for that, I'm not doing that shit. We probably won't see another Ice type for a good while, so don't really matter to keep that. And then, let me give the Amulet Coin to CQ, because I'm going to be using CQ anyways. So might as well get the double money from it. We still can't get anything in there, so... But yeah, I thought about getting into another hobby like Beyblade or something, but at the same time, I kind of don't want to get into a hobby that's going to make me spend more money than I already do for the hobbies I'm into already. Like, reviewing games and stuff, you think I wouldn't really spend a lot of money on stuff, but like, I spent a good amount of money on my microphone, my webcam, things like that. Like, I have to spend money on the games if I don't already own it. I have to spend money on, like, fixing consoles or getting new consoles if they break. So, like, you think I wouldn't spend that much money on certain stuff, but then you realize I end up spending more than you think I would for certain things. So it's one of those things where, like, I could go get another hobby that would require me to spend more money, but then it's like, I already spent enough money. We love you, bro. Thank you. Thank you, I guess. Thank you. Thank you for loving me. So it's one of those things where I already spent too much money as it is. Did I not? I did not heal, did I? I did not go and heal, did I? Okay, I did. I was like, I don't remember doing it. But yeah, like the Guitar Man video, I still to this day, I know I paid overpriced for that PS2. However, it is one of the easier ones to hack, and it's a fat model. I don't mind, but I know for a fact I overpaid for it, because I've already been seeing fat models on Facebook Marketplace for like $100. So paying $180 for it, I definitely overpaid 100%. But it's in good quality and everything, and it works, and it's also the easiest one to mod. So that already made it a lot better. And then Guitar Man itself was like 140 bucks. You know what? I wonder how much it is now since Sony finally acknowledged it. Guitar Man eBay. I got worried for a second. I saw it for 50 bucks and I was like, no fucking way. But that's the Japanese version. It's about 130. It's pretty much what I paid for. With the Japanese version being like 19. There's actually I'm only seeing like one listing of the English American version actually. All the other listings are all the Japanese version. That means I could resell mine right now and try to do $200 and see if we can raise it up. Or I could do what that one guy did, and he made a bunch of listings of this really shitty PS2 game that he was buying. He was like buying all of them out, and then he would like list them for like a really high price, saying how rare it was to find copies of this game, and try to make the price higher than it actually was. And then he only got caught because every picture that he used all had pretty much the same background. And so people were like, wait, every single one of these that are listed from all these different accounts all have the same exact background. Like, he would take different pictures. It was just the background was always the same. So that's pretty much what ended up getting him caught. And I think that shit was funny. But I could try doing that. You know, end up pretty much making a bunch of different listings of Guitar Man and saying it's a higher price than it actually is. I probably should have switched, thinking about it now, but it's an oddish. I mean, what the fuck are oddish gonna do? Not die. That's at least one thing. Here, give me 1 second. Give me a second. No, it put me to sleep, of course, but I do have awakenings. I should, yeah. I was like, I know I bought them for this reason if this ever happened. Bow, bow, bow. Yeah, it's still going to be annoying to get Smeargle's moves set the way I want. I still don't know what exactly I want him to have, but I do want him to be like a good sweeper, so I do want to get Spore for sure. That way it can spam minimize, and then I want to give him like a move that boosts his either physical or special attack, and then just give him a really strong hitting move of that specific, like, either like physical or special. And just see if I can sweep doing that. Like, make it really annoying where he's pretty much that. But... because my original idea was to have him have transform, so he would transform and then, like, go from there. But you can't copy transform, so my whole fun little strat that I want to do with that is just now gone, because he can't learn that, so... I'm not dealing with this. Gloom, you're just gonna have to die. I'm not gonna sit there and try to whittle you down just so I can be put to sleep again. That shit is annoying. Boom, 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 boom. I like that Atkins is like pink in Gen 2 instead of purple. I actually really kind of like pink Atkins. I think it looks so much better than his purple look. But it's kind of weird that they made him pink instead of going with a purple look, because in Stadium 1, you see him there in the minigame, and he's pink. Not pink, he's purple. So the fact that they made him pink in this is kind of interesting. Oh, there's another Rocket Executive. I guess it's not just one guy that's Rocket Executive. I guess there's more than one Rocket Executive. I don't know what makes one an executive and what makes one not, but you know. There must be a reason how he got it. Crap. I don't know why they want Giovanni back so bad, dude. I would have been like, I want to be the new leader. Fuck it. They're over here wanting Giovanni back when they themselves could be the new leader and not need him. But they want him back so bad for some reason. Weak sauce is slowly but surely getting up there. What are we at with him, by the way? 38. Yeah, look at those stats, dude. That's so bad. Compare that to that. Jesus. Granted, it is still not evolved at all. But the stats don't go up that higher. Pretty much that, it's about as high as they're going to be. I'll get a bit of boost, I think, in special attack, and that's it. Which the only thing Sunflower does have going for it, it has Sunny Day and Solar Beam, which means it can pretty much spam Solar Beam without having to wait. But that's literally it. Other than that, there's not really much else it has going for it. Of course I got poisoned. Why would I not? I get hit with one poison sting and I got poisoned? Sure, why not? Just have to go buy another antidote now. I'm not sitting there fighting Violet Plumes with that. We're just gonna go Grimbus. I'm actually surprised they have a Violet Plume. I just expected it to just keep using Gloom. That's interesting that they have a Violet Plume. I need to get a Gloom and figure out where one's at so I can get Blossom already. I think it's only in Silver though, so I would have to get one from Silver and trade it over. That's gonna do 32 damage. That sucks. So this doesn't one-shot. He's gonna kill me next turn. Okay. I'm over yawning. I think we're almost done with Team Rocket. Oh, antidote, where is it at? I don't know why. I was literally fine. I didn't feel tired at all before I streamed, and now I'm streaming and I feel tired. And I'm just like, damn. I felt perfectly fine before though, so I don't know. Then maybe we'll get to the next town and then we'll stop. Unless I would somehow wake up and still want to keep streaming, but I'll probably end up stopping and then going and napping before work. And then I will enjoy my 2 days off. So for sure, we will be streaming tomorrow, and I'm also going to try to have that stream schedule I was talking about making done, and I'll have it posted. And pretty much the only things that will change is like if I go see my mom on a Sunday, it may mean that I won't stream till a bit later, or I'll stream not at all that day. But for the most part, Monday and Sundays I should be streaming for sure for the most part. I don't know if there's any difference between Confused Ray and Supersonic. I'm assuming Confused Ray has better accuracy. That's the only thing I can assume. Banner, 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 banner. I love listening to that. I think that's one of the few things I'm actually very glad games stopped doing. Was also, isn't it supposed to be one of the things where when you fight one of the Elite Four members, she has a Houndoom, and that's supposed to surprise you that she has one because you've never seen it? Like, the whole thing is that you never see Houndour or Houndoom until post-game, because you're supposed to wait until that one moment where you see her use it, and you're supposed to be like, wow, like, what's this Pokemon? I've never seen that. If that's the case, why does this guy just have one then? Is that a crystal thing, maybe? Because I remember that was the big thing that everyone described why you couldn't have Houndour or Houndoom, was because of that one thing. Well, if that's the case, why does she have one then? Like, why does this random-ass fucking Team Rocket member have one if they're supposed to, if the whole thing is supposed to be you don't see it until after post game or the one at the Elite Four fight, as it's supposed to be a surprise? Again, if that is the case, then that completely falls flat because this person just has one. But I remember being told that multiple times that, oh, the idea is that you don't see Houndoom or Houndour until after post game, and you can't get one because you're supposed to be surprised by it because the one Elite Four member has one, and you're supposed to be like, wow, I've never seen this one. But that's a fucking lie then, if this guy just has one. He has both forms, actually. It's not even just like, yo, he has a Houndour and that's it. No, he has Houndoom and Houndour. So that means that's just a lie then, if that's the case. Alright then. I'll look more into that again if that's what people genuinely believe, because if that's the case, that completely falls flat now. Wow, I did not expect 2 Pokemon to die to this thing. Like, that's actually insane if that was the attended thing. And then this guy just has one. Alright, well, goodbye. Like, he just gave up. He's just like, I couldn't do it. Alright, everyone's gone. Goodbye. I just find that insane that he just gives up that fast. Alright, now we can go get Ho-Ho now. Part of me wants to shiny hunt for Ho-Ho, but another part of me is just like, I don't want to commit to doing all that. Like, it would be cool to have a shiny Ho-Ho, but I'd rather do that on my silver copy, where I don't need to sit there and do it on stream. Or I would want to dedicate a whole thing to that, because I can tell you right now, if I'm already feeling somewhat tired, shiny hunting for Ho-Ho, where I only press soft reset for dozens of times, that's just going to make me feel even more tired. I think we can actually go get Ho-Ho right now, so... Alright. You know what? I think what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want Smeargle to have Sacred Fire. I want Smeargle to have Sacred Fire, give him Minimize, give him Spore, and then give him a stat boosting move or whatever that raises his special, and then just hope that he can pretty much wail the fuck out of whoever comes our way. Alright, I want him to get one more level. That way he can get 3 sketches. I think you get sketch every level until you pretty much can't get sketch anymore. Alright, let's go to Ecruteak. I think we just go to the tower. But I want to talk to these people here just in case we need to do something here. To me, I think gold feels more canon than silver does. Like, the whole idea that the Kimono Girls worship Ho-Ho to me seems a lot more, like, realistic than them wanting to worship Lugia. Like, Ho-Ho to me feels very Japanese, while like Lugia doesn't. Oh, well, we're not gonna be able to do that. Wait, it's not this tower we need to be in. It's another tower we have to go to. I think it's over here. Oh, wait, no, it's not. The tower we need to go to is another one. Like how they say, please stay away, it's unsafe. But then they have like a bunch of people that go there anyways and don't listen to that. Is it Burn Tower we need to be in? I have no idea. Let's go get someone that can have Rock Smash, though, and just go explore it. You have Rock Smash, I know you do. And then I want to get Repels so we can just pretty much check it out real quick. I don't want to sit there and have to fight level 15 wild Pokemon. If we don't need to, you know. Where's the Pokemart at? Here we are. Oh, do you not sell Repels? Wow, this place does not sell Repels. Okay. You know what? I want to wait. Because maybe if we go all the way to the final town, we could get what is it? We could get Ultra Balls. Because we haven't found a shop that actually sells Ultra Balls yet. Okay, you sell Repels, right? Yes, you do. You know, while I'm at it, let me go check what my mom's gotten me. Because she's been buying shit before, and I just haven't bothered to look at what she's bought. Okay, she's got one moonstone. That's pretty much it. And then she's got a single repel for me. Yeah, the moonstone. It's good that she'll buy moonstones, but it's really not that needed if you know where to find the moonstones because of the Clefairy showing up. But it is nice that she does buy it for you. Alright. You know what? Let's save. So I don't waste these repels if I don't need to. That way if I go through this whole area and there's like nothing actually here that I needed to get, we'll just come back. And that way I can keep the repels so I don't have to waste them. Also, you do have Rock Smash, right? Yes, you do. Okay. I don't think this is the tower we need to explore, thinking about it now. I don't think this is actually it. Let me check. This is not... The one that we need to go to is in another town. Where... What tower is... Okay, yeah, he's in 10 Tower. Where's 10 Tower at? Northeast corner of Eckerteak. So we are in the right place. This is just not the right tower. Okay. Let me reset. Yeah, we are in the right place. This is not the right tower. It's northeast of Eckerteak. That's what it said. Oh, okay. That's what was confusing me. You have to go through this building here. I was like looking for the tower that would look similar to the other one. But no, you need to go through this building here, and then you can enter 10 Tower. Well, then think about it now. We really should go by... You know, I think we can do it with 9 Great Balls, I think. As I say, knowing that we probably can't. Yeah, let's go buy some Great Balls. Well, you know what? Let's try to go over to the other town and get Ultra Balls. And we can probably find a Swinub while we're at it, too. And then we'll go actually and get Ho-Oh. The guy's gone now, so... I like Natsu's design so much. I think their whole line is so cool. Well, so we're not gonna fight the 8 gem leader today, because like I said, I want to get that cool little dialogue thing that's like pretty much secret, even though people know about it. But I want to get that dialogue thing shown off. So we'll definitely at least get Ho-Ho if anything. It foresaw an attack. I remember not understanding what Future Sight even did, because every time I would see someone use it, they would just die after. And then, like, I would get hit later on and just not know what hit me, so... But then I learned that was Future Sight after a while. But for a good bit, either I would just watch a Pokemon die instantly using it, because I would hit them and they would pretty much be done. So I never saw it actually attack. Or when I would get hit by it finally, I just didn't think it was the same attack or whatever. So it took me a bit to finally learn what Future Sight actually did. And I still, to this day, don't think it's a good move. I don't think it does enough damage for how long you have to wait. It's supposed to be like a slow and steady kind of thing, but it just sucks. It's just not a good move. Even if it is slow and steady, it's just not a good move. Yeah, my goal is to get them to 40 and get Sunflora to 46 so I can finally learn Giga Drain. Oh yeah, I forget that she'll buy the doll. I want to go for all the dolls, but I think you do need need Pokemon Stadium 2 to get them all. But it would actually be cool to go for all the dolls. But I know it's apparently like a really annoying thing to actually try to do. Yeah, I don't know why I'm so tired now. Man, I was like wide awake before, and now I'm like, I'm actually tired. You know what it could have been? I didn't eat after I woke up. You see, that's probably actually what it more is. I just didn't eat. But now it's like I kind of don't want to eat now because I'm gonna end up eating when I get to work anyways, and that's not even too far off. So, because I was like, shit, I didn't eat when I woke up like I was supposed to. But I can just eat at 10, and that's literally not that far away from now. Like, it's about to be 3 hours. That's not a big deal. I try to see if there's anything over here. But it's just another path you could have took, pretty much. Brown, 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 brown. I love Butterfree's design so much, but it's not a good Pokemon, so it kind of sucks. But I would love if Butterfree actually was like good. Very good Pokemon for early game, though, for sure. And I like that they gave him a Gigantamax form, even though, like, it's not that cool. Also, nice, Blossom. Like, compared to all the other Gigantamax forms, it's really not the best. Oh, okay, I should probably switch, because that actually would more than likely kill me. I don't think Blossom has that great of, like, its special stats, but I know for a fact that would definitely kill me. Also, that almost looks shiny to me at first, but it's because Blossom definitely looks different now. I think Blossom has, like, red flowers now instead of pink. But yeah, for a second when I saw it, I thought that was shiny. But I was like, no, that can't be shiny. You can tell I'm a good trainer by looking at me. Yeah, we'll get to this next town. We'll get Ultra Balls if they have them. They should have them. I don't know why they wouldn't. And then we'll go and go catch Ho-Ho. So it shouldn't actually take that long to... Well, it's probably going to take longer to get him than it would to actually get to him. Also, I need to check when it comes to moving Pokemon over to Pokemon Ranch, because we're going to end up having to do that. I need to see how easy it is to get Pokemon out of Pokemon Ranch. Because I was thinking about moving all my Pokemon pretty much to Pokemon Ranch, even for the Living Dex ones I have. But if it's, like, actually annoying to get them out, I may end up not moving those over and only moving extras that I have. Because we need about 1,000 in there. But it's just one of those things where if it's, like, super annoying, where, like, it's so time-consuming to get all of them out of there, I'm going to be like, yeah, fuck that. Because we'll end up having to move pretty much all of Gen 1 through Gen 3. So that's just, like, pretty much a whole box moved at, like, once or whatever. It won't be worth it. Again, though, I just don't know. I've never moved Pokemon over to it, so I don't know how easy or how hard it is. Because when I played... I only had Platinum, so I never had a way to actually move Pokemon into it. Like, it kind of sucked having Platinum, because you had a better version of Diamond and Pearl. But so many things just did not work with it. There's just so much shit that just did not work with Platinum because no one wanted to update half of the shit to work with it. So it's like, you have this better version that everyone pretty much thinks Gen 4 was always like. But, like, nothing supports it outside of just it being Gen 4. Because nobody wants to update anything for it. Also, we'll have to come back here with a friend ball and get one of these guys so I can get a Crobat pretty fast. Because if you get a friend ball, you can level them up like 10 times and pretty much get a Crobat pretty fast. Making it where that grind will be pretty much easy compared to a lot of the other grinds. Like, getting Umbreon is going to be a fucking grind. Thankfully, we can speed it up with the X-Attack stuff that we'll end up doing. But that still requires like 48,000 money. I find it weird hitting something makes the music stop. I get why, because it's probably in the same like sound channel or whatever, but I just find it weird. My brain went on autopilot there for a second. I didn't know what I was trying to do. Okay. Swinub is supposed to show up here, actually. I think you can't get that until you, oh wait, no, you can just get it. I think there's like a certain, item in this place that you can't get until later when you knock down like a rock or whatever to it. Which HM is that? Waterfall? Alright, we'll have to give it to another water type, because I don't want to teach Waterfall to my water type that I have. I'm surprised we haven't encountered anything, to be honest. Okay, I was like, I better hope I have strength. I was like, I don't remember if I have it on me or not. Yeah, here's the part where you have to like push these or whatever. Okay, finally we found something. There's a wild Jinx. I do kind of want to catch a wild Jinx because this is technically the only way you can get a wild Jinx that isn't named without glitches. Because in Gen 1 you couldn't, so... So I actually may end up wanting to try to get this. Also, paralysis does nothing for catch rates in Gen 2. Only thing that raises catch rate is either being frozen or slept. If you're paralyzed, it literally adds nothing to the catch rate. Even if it did, it's not really that big of a deal because it doesn't add that much. It's still stupid that it doesn't really though add anything. This may be annoying not to get. I'm probably not going to be able to have to get it. I'm probably going to end up wasting all my Pokeballs on it. And then we're going to end up finding a Swinub, and I'm just not going to be able to catch it. Yep. Yeah, we're not getting this Jinx. There ain't no way. Oh, never mind. We did it! Woo! What a good change that they made Jinx purple instead of continuing on before like they were, you know. I did not mean to do that. That sucks. I literally did not mean to move it there. Alright, we're gonna have to literally go back downstairs and come back up. I did not mean to do that. Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm paralyzed. Please let me leave. All right, back down here. Yeah, I don't know what Swinub's spawn rate is. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be high. Because most Gen 2 Pokemon have a really low spawn rate. For some reason. They just don't spawn. Oh, there he is. He's so under level though. So it's gonna take a bit for he's actually like not shit. Oh, I don't actually have a way to put him asleep. I realized that. I'm gonna hope Beyblade doesn't kill him. Alright, yeah, this shouldn't kill him. Okay. And then we can give him Icy Wind and actually have him not be shit. That's if I can catch him, though, because I can very much just not catch him. Okay, we got him. Which means I now can add him to the picture. What does he evolve? He evolves at 33, so he's actually not too far off from evolving. It just sucks you get them like at the very end of the game. It's like, God forbid if you wanted to use them, you know, you just pretty much have to like force it now. Looking at him design-wise, though, he really doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, I don't know what type of animal or whatever he's supposed to be mimicking. He, like, makes no fucking sense for what he is. He just looks like this. Very strange creature for sure. The creature. Lights are pink. Does that mean you're extra fertile today? How'd you know? We're gonna call him Roomba. All right. Well, we have a swine up now, so. Also, hello, Piggy. I am very tired today for whatever reason. I was not tired before I started streaming, and now that I started streaming, I was like, oh shit, I am awfully tired. Also, the lights are actually purple. I don't know why they're showing up as pink on camera, but they're actually purple. It's like a purple pinkish kind of, but it is more purple. Oh, that's not gonna work. All right, before I fuck that up, I can still fix it, so. Luckily, I'm smart, and I don't just mess it up instantly. And what we can do now is go all the way around to then move that. Yeah, we're gonna go to the next town over. And then we're gonna go and get Ho-Ho, and then that'll be it for today. Because there's a certain I can't speak. There's a certain event dialogue I want to show off, but I need to pretty much do this on my silver copy and get the Dragon Fang, and then I have to trade it over to this game, and then I can show it off. So for me to do that, I would need to pretty much get to the Ace Gym on silver. So I'm gonna end up waiting. But at least for now, we can go get Ho-Ho and have him already. So, there's that. Yeah, well, the Easter egg is that the H Gym requires, once you beat her, to go get a Dragon Fang. And apparently the game will check if you got the Dragon Fang from the actual game that you're playing. So if you have one transferred over to you in a trade, the game actually will register that that's not the right one, and she'll call you out for it. And so I want to just show that off. I could easily just take someone else's video or like a screenshot of it, but I would really like to actually show that off with actual footage. But that's what it does pretty much. That's what it do. That's what Pot Agree do. That's what it do, Yugi. You know, funny enough, I think newer Pokemon games have worse Easter eggs now, like the trigger wise, because some of them require that you specifically have a certain item and then like a certain Pokemon or something, and then like a event will happen. I know Sun and Moon has that one where like a guy will appear out of the fountain if you have a specific thing when you like do it or whatever. So I know about that one. Okay, that should be all the rocks. I think there's an item here. There it is. Max potion. Now the question is, how do I get into the ice path? Because I don't remember. Wait, not the ice path. Oh, it's that. I was going to say, how do we get to the middle part? Because I don't remember, but that was super easy. Brum, brum, brum. There's another swine. That is a higher level, so I'm just going to get it. Because it's a higher level, I'm going to literally just get that instead if I don't kill it. What can I say? That beats me having to waste 2 levels. And we also need a second Swinub anyways. So. Also, I forgot to add Swinub. I forgot to do this with them. Where's he at on the list here? There he is, I see him. Alright, cool. I'm actually hoping this does bring him to 1 HP. Alright, cool. It wasn't 1 HP, but it should be enough to actually catch him. I know holding A does nothing, but I always end up holding A every time. Alright, well, since I call the other one Roomba, I gotta call this one something else. I can't have 2 Roombas. We're gonna call him Swiffer. Alright, so Swiffer will be the one we'll have to end up using. I just would rather not have to try to grind up 2 levels because it's Gen 2. I think Never Melt Ice either makes it where hail lasts long. Oh no, hail's not a thing. I think it just makes ice types more powerful. Yeah. Okay, well then that will go straight up to Swinub. Oh, was I not supposed to hop off that? TM44. Rest? Okay, cool. Rest and sleep talk would be nice to give to somebody. I don't know who can learn both, though, so that would be something I would have to figure out. Wow, I messed that up again. You know, for a cave, I actually don't mind this cave that much. It's not that bad. 24? That's not worth going for another one. We're fine. I was like, I can have one extra level now covered. Am I missing something here? Like, all that effort to get one extra level? No. Like, 2 was one thing, but one extra one? No. Oh, was that really it? Was just that? Okay. Oh, well, now I'm curious what's over there. That piqued my interest, so I have to see now. It was iron. I should probably give... When I find these now, I should probably give it to them. Because I have one. Carbos. Speed. And for defense boost, I don't know. Probably weak sauce. Give him a bit more defense boost. Even though special defense would probably be better for him. Because I don't really know any physical bonds that are going to try to be going against Lantern. Dude, if the champion thing actually existed, it would either be a really stupid strategy that wins, or it would genuinely just be like the hardest fight to ever try to go against. Because competitive Pokemon now is so fucking tough and hard to get into. You just have no chance of ever becoming champion unless you like really did grind for fucking years. I want Surf to be raised. Alright, this should be the new town right here. Oh yeah, here's the... You want Dragonair for Rhydon, or Dragon... Yeah, no, or Dratini or whatever. Yeah, I'm not trading that for Rhydon. The move deleter guy is also near, so... Alright, let's heal. And then we can then go get Ho-Ho. I want to deposit you. We don't need you. And then eventually we'll get Smeargle out of the Pokemon daycare. He's just there right now because we have no need for him. And I might as well get someone leveling up while doing nothing, you know? Because he can't even do anything even if I wanted to fight with him. He has one move right now, which is minimized because I don't have the other moves I want for him. But, well, actually, we do want him now because we're trying to get... We're gonna get Sacred Fire. So... I do want to go get him actually right now. Just so I can try to get Sacred Fire with him. Which means I also have to survive said move. Oh, shit. Look at the map. I'm just gonna go back and get Hooters again. Alright. I don't want to walk all the way over there again. Alright, Beyblade, you're getting put up for now. Alright. He should have gotten enough sketches now to make this pretty much where I can now go teach him whatever I want. But yeah, we're gonna get him Sacred Fire, and then we have to figure out a stat best just said reconnecting. For some reason, I'm not connected to my Ethernet cable like I should be. Okay, we're back now. We didn't lose any frames though, so I guess we're fine. My chat just broke though. All right, chat's back again. All right, you should have sketch now. Oh, when do you learn more sketch? I thought you learn every level. I guess you don't. I guess it's every like specific certain levels. But you only need one sketch anyways for Sacred Fire, so it's fine. Like I said, I just have to hope that he actually survives a Sacred Fire attack. So I can use it. Or I can let him die and then hope he can outspeed Ho-Ho to then get it. Well, I can let someone else die or get hit by Sacred Fire or something. We'll figure it out. Alright, Roomba, come on. Okay, I'm gonna take the experience share now from Weak Sauce, and we're gonna give it to Roomba just so I can have him try to have some level. Oh wait, shit, that was the wrong guy. We need Swiffer, not Roomba. Sorry, Roomba, I forgot. I don't want to use you. You're not that strong versus. Oh, well, we're gonna have both of them. Put you up. Then who am I? Who did I not grab then? Oh, Beyblade. Yeah, come on, Beyblade. Viper is still so bad, but it should help him become a little better. Get minimized in Sacred Fire and then kind of do whatever. Sacred Fire is nice because I think it always burns, so that's a really nice. Well, I guess it isn't the best for him if we're trying to have Spore, thinking about it now. Because the idea is that we have Spore and we put things to sleep, but if he always burns with Sacred Fire, if they were to wake up, that means they'll just get burned and I can't put them to sleep. But at that point, I'm pretty much hoping I'll be one-shotting everything. Because I want to give him a stat-raising move too, so. Specifically for special attack. I don't know if there's anything locking us from progressing. I don't know why we didn't. Well, I don't remember why we weren't able to come up here the last time. Like, I know you could come to the tower, but I think you were stopped by someone after a certain point. For some reason, I remember this vividly in Heart Gold and Soul Silver. But I don't remember this at all for Gen 2. But like, I vividly remember me doing this in Heart Gold. Oh, I completely forgot to go buy Ultra Balls. Alright, well this is completely worthless now for me to come here. We'll end up having to go back for Ultra Balls. You know what? I do think we'll just do this tomorrow. Because I have tomorrow off, so I want to pretty much go ahead and do everything and then try to get to Elite Four and then maybe fight the Elite Four tomorrow. But I think for now I'm tired, so I do want to nap before work because last thing I want to do is fall asleep at work. Let's go back to the Pokemon Center. But I do want to do all this tomorrow. I just realized though how annoying it would be to have to go all the way back to the center, get Hoo-Hoo out, fly over. So no, I want to do that tomorrow. But alright, I'm gonna hop off for now. I think it was a pretty decent stream. We did stream for a good bit. All we really did though was get Swinub and then beat the 7 gym. Oh, and then Team Rocket too, so I guess we did take him out. But alright, that's gonna be it for me today. I actually don't know why I got so tired. Like I said, I was not tired before I started streaming. And then as soon as I started, I think it's Gen 2's music makes me sleepy because I do sometimes listen to Pokemon music when I sleep, and Gen 2 does pop up a lot. So I think that's probably actually what happened. Oh, I know what he was asking now. My friend's trying to buy a 3DS, and I was telling him specifically if he's trying to get a 3DS to get the one that has a little gray nub. And I told him that he would pretty much never use the button, but it's there to control the camera. And he's like, camera, what for? I don't think he understood I was talking about in-game cameras. So I told him I just told him right now, I was like in-game cameras for 3D games. But all right, guys, I'm hopping off. We streamed a pretty good amount. But all right, I will stream more Gen 2 tomorrow. See you guys. I'm going to go nap. Goodbye.